Oh dear, seems I've overdone it again with low powers. I'm really low on them and I was hoping to get more later. So, what's a guy gotta do? Well, I'll show you what, because there is another solution that comes from the dev kit just like config. As you can see, I had 1x, and I'm gonna show you again. 1x regeneration, that means I'm getting at a regular pace. This is the only situation I know of that uses the 3DS step count for the multiplier. You can see there I have 0 steps today. We're gonna go ahead and boot a program that changes that. This is the Pedometer tool. It doesn't really have an icon because again it's a generic dev kit program. So let's go ahead and boot it and I'll show how it works. You can see it's very simple. Import, export, append, display, and initialize. Import and export will take import pedometer file and export pedometer file.csv on the root of your SD card. That's the first directory when you are looking at your SD card. You can also append, that is, join together what you have in the CSV file with what you currently have. You can display the values that are in your 3DS memory for pedometers, and you can initialize the data, which is to just wipe it clean. I will leave a link in the description for a .csv file that I have created. All you have to do, once you find the pedometer debug tool, which as I have already specified, is a dev tool. I cannot give you a link to it for legal reasons. It's just like a ROM. So we'll go ahead and import, and it runs through all dates from 2017 through 2021. It's very simple to make, and if you can look at the syntax if you're watching this after 2021 and want to change it. As you can see, it's just cycling through and injecting all of those days into the 3DS memory. Almost. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and display here just to show you. You have all those values on the bottom screen for 18,000 steps. That's the most the program can show. Now, if we press home, you can see I now have 18,000 steps. And keep in mind, the most you need for Pokemon is, I believe, 4,001, something like that. So let's go ahead and get Pokemon X started again. I'll be right back and show you back when we're in the game. Okay, we're back, so let's go into the O Power tab. You can see that I'm regenerating very quickly. We are at ×4, that's the max. And I'll just leave it on the screen while I talk a bit more so you can see the difference with your own eyes. The 5th orb, left to right, is growing at a much faster rate than usual. It's absolutely amazing. You can keep spamming whatever O Power you would like. And in fact, I'll go ahead and let's say hatching power level 3. I'm sure you probably used this one a lot more than the others. I am at about 1 full orb after using it, and we'll just keep that over there as a metric to see how much has been accumulated after 3 minutes are up. There is one more very notable tool from the dev kit, and that's called Friend Add Tool. We'll not be going over it because I honestly don't think as many people will find use of it, but I'll briefly mention it here. It lets you import your friend list from a text file on the root of your SD card, much like the pedometer tool, and you take that, then it will inject the friend list. You can also inject dummy friends, which is very useful for testing. I believe you could use that for Friend Safari as well. There's some research on that right now, which I don't know much about, and I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen with that. And if you trade a lot, you can keep a list of people that you keep coming back to, let's say your friends, not just the people you trade with one time and done. this can save you a lot of time because you can pretty much mass wipe your friend list away and then go back to the people you want to have around, just like that. Really, really useful. I have not personally used it yet, but I do have it on my DS, and I probably will sooner or later. So it's super neat. And we're now at the halfway mark here. You can see that we almost have 2 full orbs of O power. And that's astonishing because it costs about 4 orbs to self-cast a level 3 O power like hatching. So we have pretty much self-regenerated half of it in half the time. And that's just amazing because I believe O power orbs regenerate at a rate of like 1 per minute or something, very close to that, at times 4 of course. And if an O power takes 3 minutes and you're restoring every 4 minutes, that's pretty useful. You know, there's very, very small margin, and you compensate for it in the long run because the time you use between battles, between hatching eggs, that will in the long term offset the difference here, the 1 minute between every like 4 or so. So it's super useful. It lets you keep doing whatever the hell you're doing for much, much longer. You can keep playing. Just go ahead and import the steps. With each day, it will reset the counter. So unfortunately, you will have to just run it once a day, every day you want to use it. And there we have it. 3 minutes have passed and we gain 3 orbs. As you can see, it's very efficient. You could hypothetically use a level 2 O power indefinitely because it's 3 minutes. Another example, a suggestion I have is going online and you have a group of people who keep using hatching O power on themselves. Then people can take the O power from you and use it on themselves. So if even just 2 people are doing this, like side by side, without even Wi-Fi, just local wireless. Let's say we have Jack and Jill, right? So Jack casts O power level 3, and Jill takes it from him. Now they both have O power level 3. Jack is done using it, so Jill will now cast hatching 3. Jill will cast hatching 3 next. So Jill has it, Jack takes it from her, and while Jack's O power is recovering, he's taking it from Jill, and vice versa. This allows you to hatch for 24 whole hours if you want to. Please don't, by the way, your life is more important than playing for 24 hours straight. That is highly dangerous, don't do that. You get the point though, the point I was illustrating. I have been talking for a bit over 4 minutes now, and you can see how quickly the orbs regenerated, and that was the point of this very short rant. So, thank you for watching, leave a like and a subscribe.